Alright, hello and welcome to episode 3 of The Binding of Isaac Repentance, third save file. In this episode, my goal is to beat one run on hard mode as Lazarus to try and unlock Bethany. Now, I don't know per se if I need to go all the way to the chest or the dark room to unlock Bethany. But I'm going to try and unlock Bethany by beating at least Mom's Heart, if not beating, Sheol or Cathedral. Either way, my goal is to at least beat the run as Lazarus. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. If you like what you see, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, let's get into the game. Again, Lazarus is one of those characters I haven't really played a lot of since the last time I, started fresh. Because he's one of those characters I have, mixed feelings on. Am I on the right save file? I should be. I didn't think those chests, I thought those were chests you had to unlock. I am not taking almond milk. Again, I thought almond milk was an item I had to unlock. In fact, I thought starting with a pill was something Lazarus had to start with. Hold on, I'm going to do some research real quick. I double checked and this is the right save file. Okay, I could have sworn both of those items were items that needed to be unlocked first, as well as him holding a pill. I guess I was wrong about that, but it's not the end of the world. Just one of those shenanigans that, again, it's been so long since I've started playing from the beginning that I just either forgot or they changed it, right? Range up pill isn't terrible. 90% certain this is where the secret room is. Evil charm. I think it's like you're immune to poison, fear, and those kinds of effects, right? As well as a luck up. Okay. Much better than almond milk in my opinion, so I'll take it. Like, I don't mind soy milk, especially like now. It's one of those items that it's like, I actually have grown more fond of it over time, but almond milk's just a worse soy milk. Like, there's no way to put it besides that. I just like things that give you random tier effects, and the fact that it gives you random worm trinket effects is equally as bad in my opinion, right? It's not like the end of the world, but it's not great. I would love to take advantage of the Lazarus ability, which is 1 revive per floor, and you get a damage up every time you revive, right? So extremely useful and great to take advantage of. But if I want to try to get Bethany, or at least see if it's possible to get Bethany early, then I need to not take advantage of that stat up, which is fine. It just means it's gonna be basically a standard Isaac run with 1 revive in case I mess up badly. And then after that, it's, pretty much guaranteed victory. As long as I play carefully, right? I don't want to lose this run super early, because he doesn't start with a lot of health when you revive, and he loses 1 health every time you revive. Granted, it can only go down to 1, but he does lose 1 health every time you revive. Speed ball's pretty good. It'd be nice if I could get a soul heart before the next floor, but protecting my devil angel chance isn't that big of a deal, especially if I want to try to get it you know, on the final floor instead of getting it early. But we'll just see what, you know, Lady Luck has for us. More damage. And keys and luck. Okay. And I got the soul heart I wanted. Now, I don't have planetariums unlocked yet. That's only after you get 3, like, star sign based items in a run, so it might take a while before I get it. Unless you get like super lucky early. I have plenty of keys. I'd love to blow up that tinted rock if I get the opportunity to. I would also love to try and get my secret room as soon as possible, but that could be realistic right now. It could be anywhere. Like there's a couple of spots it can be in. For one, it could be above this room, or it could be below the treasure room. Those are like the two big obvious areas. So I'm more like leaning towards getting the tinted rock, and the tinted rock has a chance to pay back with a bomb, as well as increase my tinted rock count for small rock. So to me that makes the most sense right now. Now more likely it's going to be, it can't be below the secret room now, or the treasure room. So the secret room's most likely across from that area, but still, like it could also be here. Like those are the two main spots it's looking like. I wasn't paying enough attention because I was looking at my map, which is why the enemy got pushed into me there, but it's not the end of the world. Only having 3 coins, it's not worth going into my shop yet. Like I said, I feel like it's most likely here. And I was right to feel that way. Mask of Infamy is a decent item to get early. Chance to just completely negate any damage as long as you're facing it. Not 100% likely, but it is a chance nonetheless. Secret room could be there, or top secret room could be there. Could also be here. I'm gonna blow up this to get access down here. Mospro, again, not a great item. I thought they're gonna be here or across from the boss room when I look at it, looking at it on the map. Alright, another soul heart, which means I'm fine with opening this. Alright, the trick with Gemini here, oops, is A, not to get stuck on rocks like an idiot, but B, is also to focus on the smaller version, like the smaller guy first, because once he's like free from being attached to the big guy, and he starts chasing you, your tears can knock him all around the room, making him a bit unpredictable to hit. So once you focus on him first, it becomes a much easier fight. You don't have to worry about him shooting at you, and this guy is easy to predict, even when he's chasing you. I'm going to hold on to my health and hopefully get angel deals throughout the next couple of, hopefully get it by the final floor. I could focus on just getting the, negative done and out of the way first. But I feel like it's easier to, like, just get whatever you get your hands on. Plus, after 10 times beating Mom's Heart anyways, you get the pathway up and down unlocked, and so you can do it every time. So it's just easier just to enjoy the game and have fun playing it, and then focus on getting those unlocks a bit later, unless you're like trying to essentially speed run unlocking all paths. And even then, you still gotta beat Mom's Heart 10 times to like truly take advantage of it. Also, Good chance secret room could be here or there. Scorpio, great item. One of the 3 needed for the planetarium rooms to start spawning or to unlock. I believe you can also get the 8-ball. I don't remember what the item's necessarily called, but it's like the 8-ball item that gives you range. Also counts towards it. And there might be like 1 or 2 more items. But these like star sign items are the most obvious ones that count towards it. So, you know, if you're lucky, you can get 3 of those, or you can get the other items that count towards it. Yikes, what bad luck that was to just run straight into the enemy like that. Not even bad luck, just bad playing. Getting the ladder, it's great pseudo flight, right? So I wouldn't mind having it. Specifically for the rooms that are annoying with like item spawns. Or things that spawn in the center where there's a gap in between that you can't necessarily blow up to get into. So it'd be convenient for that. Sorry, I keep getting wildly distracted by all the noise that is happening. It's like someone's constantly like dropping something on the floor. I was gonna say I got super lucky they didn't charge at me, but then they charged at me in like the worst possible spot. Ain't that just how it always goes? There's something I was gonna look for. The secret room can't be here, based on room layouts. So I'd be willing to like bet it's here, unless the cursed room is normal size. So yeah, highly likely it's gonna be here. Now I don't have enough secret room items unlocked for this room to really be necessarily worth the time to get an item to spawn in there. But I also don't think I have much ways to spawn an item in there anyways. Yeah, this would be this is a good example of why the ladder can be useful. Because while I can use a bomb to like get that penny, a penny's not worth using a bomb on. Unless you're aiming for like a specific item that you're like 1 penny away from getting. Guppy's Paw, turn red health into soul hearts. Again, not an item I'm gonna use necessarily, but good to know that it's there, right? Oh, how do I unlock Blue Baby again? That's a character again that I think is technically a secret character that I just haven't thought about. Or sorry, question mark is the official name, but everybody calls him Blue Baby. It's just easier. I guess I could check to see what's in here. A single golden chest, not necessarily worth it. Like, you could get the key back, but I don't think it's necessarily worth the time. That penny wasn't necessarily worth time either, but I did it anyways. I'm gonna donate. No, I don't want to get like no further under than 5 cents left because I want to try to get an arcade next floor. Also, don't want to risk like jamming the machine. Kind of hoping it would give me an extra penny, but at the same time, like I said, it would risk jamming the machine. Again, not the worst variation of this boss. The cage is the one you want to watch out for because their attack pattern is a bit harder to predict because of the ground spikes they launch at when they do their short hops. This one only like splatters blood on the ground when he does his short hops. Again, I think this one's named Mega Fatty, but the cage is much more difficult because the ground spikes or earthquakes or whatever you want to call them tend to hit you no matter what it seems like because they're kind of erratic in the way they move. There's no set pattern to it. Increased chance for bombs to spawn, I guess, isn't bad. Damage would be nice, but honestly, Holy Mantle Shield, by far, probably one of my favorite early game items. Guaranteed free curse rooms, because, like, you won't take any damage going in and out of them. Get an extra hit per room, and if you're low on soul hearts, it offers extra protection for your red hearts, meaning you get increased angel and devil room chance. Technically speaking. Not fully, but technically speaking. Don't want to blow up the beggar. Oh, that wasn't even a bonfire. Shit. Well, I tried to save him. Callus is... Spikes no longer hurt you on the floor. So it's a good one to hold on to for that case. Well, increased bomb drops is nice. It's not necessary right now, at least. 10 bombs isn't, like, the best to have, but it is a good place to start, right? Alright, got store up to level 3. Well, store upgrade level 2. So I guess technically it's... I don't know. I don't know if they start off at level 0 or if they start off at level 1, but that is level 2 upgrade, so we'll just call it level 2. Since I guess it fits with the naming convention of the game itself. Now, I don't necessarily call everything by the right names, because, like, for example, I call it treasure rooms. That's not technically correct. The correct name for them is item rooms, but I can't help it. It's, you know, what I've heard them refer to the entire time I've been into the game, so it's kind of what I refer to them as. That was just a bad hit of damage. Thankfully, I had Holy Mantle to protect me. Honestly, the hardest part about this room, like these fistula and whatnot, if you destroy them over a gap like this, they can't spawn anything, so that's a good thing to keep in mind if you, like, if you want to know how to, like, best avoid getting overwhelmed in a room. That's 2 out of 3 of the conjoined transformation, which is not my favorite transformation, especially with my damage being as low as it is. So if I get another familiar, I might just opt into not taking it. But again, it's not necessarily a, like, bad transformation by any stretch of imagination. There's plenty of, like, tier effects you'd want tripled for, you know, less damage. Like, especially if you have, like, Continuum or something like that. Yeah. Come on, pop up already. Some of these enemies are just the most annoying things you can fight. The fact that you have to wait a little bit before they finally pop up, and you can actually deal damage to them. Yeah. The biggest reason Holy Mantle is super nice, like I said, is because of these. You basically get curse rooms for free. As long as you don't take damage in the curse room itself, you can get it for free, almost guaranteed. That's also, like, super helpful for later floors when they start taking 1 full heart of damage on hard mode for the curse rooms. Like, full heart to get in and out of it, essentially, because it doubles all damage on the, you know, in the game. Doesn't hurt to blow this guy up. Increase my chances just a slight bit more. Right now I'm sitting at a cool, like, 40% chance for either to spawn, because it's based off, like, the total, and then whatever one is more likely to, like, and then it kind of picks between the two based on their percentages, right? If I'm remembering correctly, if that's how that works. Oh, this is the one that only spawns enemies, that's right. Oh shit, snuck that shot out from behind. I did not even see him back there. Alright, nice. We got extra health. Again, it's not fantastic to play as Lazarus while ignoring his, like, one benefit he gets per floor. But it works, right? It definitely makes things harder if you're trying to, like, consistently beat the character. But spending one run to do it, you know, normally, like a regular Isaac run, isn't that bad. Could be worse, like, I'm gonna take a guess that it could be here, but I doubt it. No, I'm surprised. I mean, considering the layout of the room and the fact that the other rooms around it would indicate that there's a chance it could be there. I wasn't not overly surprised that it had the secret room here, but it's also, like, not fully within my expectations. Oh no, I'm immune to creep, that's what it is. I usually like to wait until, like, the final, like, until I got most of the room, or most of the floor mapped out before guessing where the secret room is. But certain times like that, I'll take a guess based on layouts and whatnot, just because it seems likely, but not, you know, 100% possible. The trinket I just passed up on there, it makes it so you can now open chests, and anything that requires a key can be opened with a bomb now, as long as you're holding that trinket. It's a decent trinket, especially if you have, like, a lot of bombs but no keys.
Pretty flies.
2 pretty flies is pretty good. I mean, that gives me, while they have made the hitboxes smaller for most orbitals, including the flies, so it's no longer an almost guaranteed, like, dodge when you have 3 orbitals, or an almost guaranteed, like, they absorb the impact of a tier. It's still really good because it can protect you in a lot of situations. Yum Heart, I also don't need Guppy's Paw, right? Like, both items are, like, decent in their own rights, but just not really useful right now. But the reason I passed up on it is I think Callus is much better, being able to not take damage from, I think it's both creeps and spike, but even if it's just creep, like, avoiding damage from one, if not both, is pretty good. And from my little test just there, because since I have a Holy Mantle charge, it doesn't hurt to test it. Spikes don't hurt me either. So it's actually really good to hold on to this over, you know, that. And I also have very low bomb, so again, it's another reason why it's worthwhile to hold on to Callus rather than, you know, the padlock. Ooh, that was super lucky. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, I had the Holy Mantle charge, but it's still super lucky. I guess I can go into the shop. As I said, there's not a lot in the shop that I'd want. I can get myself down to 5 cents. And then, you know, just kind of hope that I can. Okay. Because like I said, my main goal is to unlock Bethany's run, but I still want to get my donation machine as high as possible. Because it's, you know, a lot of good unlocks in there. Even if it takes a minute to get them all. But it's all the more reason to, like, start it as soon as possible. Since it can take a while, you want to get it started very quickly. Just gotta be, like, super careful with how much you donate per floor, because And you don't know what floors are going to end up having greed fights or ultra greed fights. You also don't know which floors are going to have, which floor it's going to jam up on. So there is some merit to like being careful with it. Like, I'm not going to donate any more of this floor just in case it'll jam. Although I've had floors where I've donated like 50 or more coins in this playthrough of the game where it hasn't jammed. And it's like, okay, this... It's never guaranteed, right? Just be careful with it, and sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Like, that's just how it is. "22 minutes in" isn't great for this. Eventually I would like to do Hush and whatnot, but you got Hush doesn't come until I think after the 10 Mom's Heart like wins. And same thing with like a lot of the like hidden bosses and whatnot. I think to unlock Ascension, which is another hidden alternate path, is you have to beat the first hidden alternate path all the way through to the end. Again, there's a lot of steps to it, and none of them are easy. It's kind of like a luck-based thing for a lot of it, too. Like, obviously, the alt path isn't luck-based. It's the original alt, or the main alt path isn't luck-based. It's skill-based, you know. You gotta be very skilled at the game to, like, really take advantage of playing it and trying to beat it. And the Ascension is, again, skill. Like, you have to have a lot of skill. That mode is best to play it when you have planetariums unlocked, because, you know, it's best to skip items early game because you can go back up and get them. But again, this is like stuff we can discuss when we get to that stage of the game, especially if there's somebody who's new to Isaac, who doesn't know that much about it. I can explain it as we go along, and it'll be, you know, more beneficial for those types of people who may be interested in the game, but feel like the people who play it now have played so much of it that they can't keep up with it anymore. And it's hard to go back to, like, the beginning of a Let's Play for this game, because most people who play it are really far into it now and doing their best to complete the game. Soul Heart's nice, but I don't need it. Alright, got a really good angel chance, so this floor I'm pretty much guaranteed to get an angel deal. I was going to keep 1 cent to go into my arcade, but I forgot that I already unlocked it. But yeah, I'm going to donate most of my money to this floor. Most I want to keep is a couple of cents, just in case, you know. I want to try to go for an arcade on a later floor. But I also don't care if it jams right now, because chances of me getting a donation machine later in the game is very slim. So that's basically the last chance I have to donate, which is why I don't care about donating most of my money. Going into my curse room makes sense, again, with Holy Mantle. It's basically free, unless you get super unlucky and take damage in it. Well, thanks to Holy Mantle charge, that didn't really matter. Holy Mantle, like I said, it's one of those items that's like, you don't think much about it because it's like, oh, one free hit per room. One free hit per room doesn't sound like a lot, but can actually be like the difference between, you know, winning and losing. Because if you're taking like one hit per room anyways, then that one extra hit can basically mean you saved a ton of health. an okay item. It's not good, it's not bad, right? Basically makes it so if you hit an enemy in the back, you can deal bleed damage. If I'm remembering, because there's two items with very similar sprites. But yeah, this is the one where it's like, it'll deal bleed damage if you hit them in the back. Great if you have piercing tears. Great against enemies like this one, where it's, you can only hit them in the back. Bleed damage is based on how fast they're moving. It deals more damage. So hitting an enemy that's just standing still isn't going to do you much good, but hitting those ones where they're pretty much constantly moving is always going to be good. Mr. Me is unlocked. I mean, another great shop item. Okay, so with this version of this fight, this pride fight, you kill the little guy last. It has a chance of, as long as you have it unlocked, it has a chance of dropping the Eternal D6. Which I don't have the Eternal D6, I don't think, so it doesn't matter. The left hand turns all chest spawns into red chests, which, good or bad, depending on how you look at it. Like, for me, I don't personally like red chests that much. More often than not, you get troll bombs and whatnot out of them, so it's not all that useful. But they're not necessarily bad either, because you can get devil deal items out of it, which, hey, that's a good thing. Like, having devil deal items is always good. Get myself down to no hearts. And then go fill up and see how much health I have left on the floor. Let's see. I could get myself down to 1 heart container and attempt the boss trap room, but I don't think that's the smartest decision to make, especially when, you know, dealing with the mom fight next without a proper way of like healing back up. I have 1 heart here and a heart and a half here, so I could go and play the machine 2 more times or 4 more times, which I will take advantage of and play. Well, I also have minimum 2 more hearts on the ground. That's 1 there. And then I might as well check this last room just to be on the safe side. But after I beat Mom's Heart 10 times, I'm going to install some of my quality of life mods. I'm going to turn those back on. Yeah, so I have a total of 4 hearts, so I can just completely refill my health after playing the arcade 4 more times. Which, hey, that works out for me. Was hoping it would pay out, but it's not the end of the world. You know, I don't think I have Blood Bag unlocked then. If that's the fact that I have it, that I got 2 IV bags on my last run, tells me I don't have Blood Bag unlocked, which I don't know the method necessary to unlock Blood Bag. It's one of those items, again, I take advantage of a lot, but I don't know the necessary steps to unlocking it. Because most of the time, the reason I say that is because most of the time, you only get 1 IV bag payout with those blood donation machines, and usually the rest become blood bag, which fantastic. It's like a health up item that gives you 4 hearts back every time you pick it up. You get 4 hearts back. It's not a full health, but it is a good chunk of your health back. In fact, I'm going to pause. I am back. Apparently, the way to unlock Blood Bag is use a blood donation machine 30 times. Well, use the machines 30 times. You don't necessarily use the same one, but use them up to 30 times. So I will play it. I shouldn't be that far off. I just did 8, 16, and then however many last run. So I'll get myself down. Get myself down to 2 hearts. Alright. And then donate until the machine jams, I think. Black candle. Again, fantastic item to get super early. I'm surprised it didn't jam at all. Okay. I'm glad I've gotten, like, just standard mom fights. Because the mom champion fights are really rough and difficult fights to do. Like okay, specifically the red mom, because it just stomps down a ton and it has less chances for you to actually hit the mom boss to deal damage to it because of the fact that you're relying on the foot stomping down. Making it just a bit harder to hit it consistently, right?
Something's wrong.
I took a risk there taking that pill before entering my angel room, but, you know, it works out at the end. Alright. Nothing else on this floor I wanted, so no reason to use the full card, and we're going to move on to the next floor. I could, you know, gone back and played the blood donation machine a couple more times to really, like, try and get blood bag, but it just didn't think it was worth it. I got two of the best defensive angel items in the game. You know, Holy Mantle and Wafer. Wafer reduces all damage in half. So, early floors doesn't do much besides making bomb damage no longer a full heart, but rather a half heart. And, you know, similar with like how some items also do a full heart of damage. So, for example, self-sacrifice spikes, I think, do a full heart of damage. So, all of that becomes half heart early game. But it really starts shining in later parts of the game, where if you're playing hard mode, the womb deals a full heart of damage for every like hit you take. So that's where it really starts to shine, is in the womb, where you would normally take a full heart's worth of damage with every hit, and now you only take a half heart. Which, hey, I will always be happy to, like, go out of my way to do that. Not my favorite enemy to fight, but thankfully I had Seraphim in here, which, again, not my favorite. It's, like, the best familiar you can get, or one of the best, like, standard familiars, I would call him. Because of the homing sacred shot. And dealing, I think, extra damage compared to regular familiars. Like Ghost Baby here does 3.5. Even if Seraphim only does, you know, 3.5 damage, the fact that his tears can home in makes him especially useful. Yikes, what a tough room. I mean, I figured I would take hit there anyways, but man, what a tough room this is. Thankfully I got the wafer, which made it, like, less damage. Honestly, I can't wait to unlock the Lost with the Holy Mantle, because he is by far my favorite character to play as, and will probably be, like, the first character I fully complete if I don't have other characters completed by the time I unlock him. I think the only way to get the Holy Mantle for him, though, is to, like, not fully pay out the greed donation machine, but get it pretty high up at the donations. Again, I'm surprised Dice Shard's not one of those items you have to unlock first, because it acts like a D6, but that's just how it is with some of the items in the game. Considering I don't have the D6 unlocked, which you unlock it by beating certain, like, bosses as Isaac. believe. I don't. It's been so long. It's one of those unlocks I definitely want to give Isaac as soon as possible. I know it's beating a specific boss as Isaac or something along those lines. I was really hoping to find my boss room really quickly. Alright, so it's going to be Mr. Fred. Yeah, I think he's the only boss on this floor that can spawn in a double wide boss room like this. Yeah, Mr. Fred. Okay. Not an overly tough boss. A bit annoying, but not overly tough. Right? Like, as long as you know how to deal with most of his attacks, like most bosses in this game, it's like once you learn their attack patterns, they're pretty easy to get down. Also, I am immune to creep, so I don't have to avoid these shots, but force of habits die hard, right? Not getting the angel deal is actually preferred because it increases my angel deal for next floor. I could have rerolled the item and probably should have, but it's too late now to consider consequences of my actions. If I known it was going to spawn this guy, I would have used it on the next floor. Because I want to increase my angel chance next floor, and blowing him up increases angel chance. Alright. With that in mind, I think it's safe to move on to the next floor. I looked at my OBS and for some reason thought I saw the like indicator for the recording being paused, and I almost had a heart attack. So that would have been so much lost like recording. Now, the thing with this ladder is you can actually use it to hide over pits and enemies can't get to you there. I'm not going to try to use that tactic a lot, but like enemies that chase after you on the ground will not be able to climb up there. If I find a beggar that's not the devil beggar, then I will pay him out, because that's another way to increase specifically angel deal chance. Blowing up shopkeepers increases both, but blowing up the devil beggars will increase specifically angel, not specifically increase it, but transfers the devil deal chance to the angel deal chance. And paying out a beggar instead of blowing him up will specifically increase angel deal chance. So it's all good things to like keep in mind when trying to force a angel or devil deal, especially on like early runs like this where you gotta. It's the only way you can get the Polaroid or negative like chance up until you fully unlock until you fully beat Mom's Heart 10 times. Basically what I'm trying to say. It's super convenient, super easy. Because, yeah. It's like a weird secret that people know about but also don't know about. Because it helps to, like, reduce the amount of plays you have to, or amount of times you gotta play the game. I thought Joker cards were cards you had to unlock too. I don't know, super weird. Again, not something I'm 100% on because it's been a while since I played the game from the beginning. I did turn off all my mods. The only mod I can't necessarily fully turn off is Repentagon. And that's because you have to, like, it's something you have to download and essentially install into the game manually. Like, you can get it from the Steam shop, but it's not going to be the complete version of it. You actually have to go through extra steps to fully get it. Therefore, even if you manage to like, even when you turn off all your mods, it's not going to be fully turned off. Hence why you can still see certain stats and whatnot that you would need to have Repenting on for. I both love and hate those enemies. Like, when you're powerful, it's just fun watching them get wiped out very quickly because they can be super annoying early game. But again, they're super annoying early game. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's like they're one of those enemies that running into them early enough, they can basically be a run killing enemy. For some reason, I thought it was going to curve back around this way. Like, the boss room was going to be, like, above this room or something. Not above it, but, like, a space between it and the boss room. Where else do we think? There's a couple spots it can be that are going to be annoying to check. I'm going to check this spot first. I was going to say I doubt it, but I might as well check it. There are a couple annoying spots that I got to check. For example, but first let me explore the rest of the floor, because this looks like it's most likely going to be where it's at. And by it, I mean the top secret room. Oh, it's not. That's actually quite surprising. Also, if I want to play my blood donation machine, I have enough hearts on the floor that it is now worthwhile. Maybe if I don't get my angel deal. No, it's not worth it. I'm gonna as well just, like, if I don't get the angel deal or devil deal on this floor, I might as well just end the run, like, there. I was gonna say I could do the, try to get my health down and do the boss trap room, but that doesn't make a lot of sense to do in the long run. Check here. We're gonna check all the annoying spots first. It could also be somewhere up here. It is. This is one of those spots I hate having to check because it's hard to line it up properly, right? Like, the single wide rooms are easy enough to, like, check, but it's like these double wide rooms that end up becoming a bit of a pain. What I could do to make this one easier is just go up here and then line up. So it's this rock in the center is the lineup spot. Oh, there's only one potential spot it could be in. Alright, I guess that's on me for not, you know, checking it first. Alright, so I'm gonna go play this blood donation machine over here first and try to get it to pay out. I should not have grabbed that yet, but you know what? Got no point crying over spilled milk here. I do want to get... Oops, didn't mean to touch it. I would love to get, like, one of these guys to pay out, but they're very slim to pay out. And much the same as, like, the key guy. Yeah, I just don't need the items he drops. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and grab all the hearts I can off the floor and see if I got enough to fill my health back up. And this room alone should be damn near enough to fill my health. Alright, so I have one extra heart on the floor minimum, which means it's not necessarily worth it to play the blood donation machine much further. I can play it like two more times. These key beggars, not my favorite to play. I'm gonna take school bag. It's if I'm going to take that, I might as well play the blood donation machine. Right? So I think it fills up a heart as well as the heart it gives you. Yeah. I'll recharge my holy mantle in case he drops another spike chest. Alright, well, that's all my keys. And that's all I can give him. But that would be interesting if the callus could, like, prevent spike chests from hurting you as well, but I guess that would make it too similar to flat file. Another fantastic item or trinket to have when you want free curse rooms. God, Mom's Heart. It's been so long since I've seen it as Mom's Heart, not It Lives. Which again, it thinks relies on you beating Mom's Heart 10 times before it becomes It Lives. Not the room I was going for, but you know what? A dark room. Getting another polar or negative piece works as well. Rubber baby. I got Bethany too. Okay. So yeah, Bethany only requires you to get past Mom's Heart, which is good to know, you know. I wasn't sure about that because I've only, you know, played and unlocked Bethany one time because she came out Repentance, and, you know, it'd be the only time I would have unlocked her. Was my one playthrough with her in it. Good news is it's definitely not going to be an easy Satan fight, but with the protection of Holy Mantle and Wafer, it'll be much easier than it could be. You know what I mean? It could be a really difficult fight without those items specifically. I don't even need to blow up the skull. Yeah, I wouldn't need to, but the fact that it's in the way on this side. Emperor, honestly, might just use the Emperor. It'll save me a lot of time trying to clear out the floor. Yeah, considering this is like the first room I walk into after picking it up. What card am I dropping? Or, oh, just Dice Shard, yeah. Like, Dice Shard's nice, but it's not needed. So, I think with that in mind, we're just going to go ahead and use the Emperor. I'll try to blow up that machine and see what I can get out of it. Ah, nothing good. Alright. Take me to my boss fight. Hello, Satan. 2, 3... Nice. Getting better at fighting. Of timing the Fallen. There's like a 3-second counter or 4-second counter to, like, before you place the bomb. I ran right into that, that's on me. Definitely a much harder fight than the last run, but not that bad. I used to think Satan was like really difficult, and then some of the later game bosses, especially with the like newest DLC, really made me realize, yeah, no, he is super easy in comparison. Like, honestly, this phase wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for, like, these little bomb leech guys. Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to end the run again. Alright. I don't remember if we've seen this. I thought... Or no, maybe we got the other ending cutscene because, yeah. It's just sad. Like, once you really sit down and, like, analyze the, like, little bits of lore you get, the game's really just dark and depressing. Let's see what we got. Broken Ankh, Ace of Clubs, Super Special Rocks. Alright, well, with that in mind, we got 2 of... I want to say it's 5 pieces. 5 times you gotta fight it. If not more. It might be like 10, but either way, that's number 2 for that, specific fight on this save file. And we got Bethany unlocked, which was our main goal for that run. So, without further ado, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever. And if you enjoy what you saw, make sure to please like, comment, and subscribe. And bye-bye.